Ladies and gentlemen, it's very simple. Hitomi makes a video and I watch it. Although this is a very unusual uploading frequency for Hitomi, we have been blessed with 2 day of eating videos in a short span of time. And to be fair, these are unusual times. And she does keep her audience in suspense with the flip-flopping. What I do when I feel empty inside. What I eat in a day to feel good. Things I do that make me feel like I'll live forever. What I do when I have anxiety. I survived multiple suicide attempts. Health reset routine. She's going from being like a happy goomball to being on the edge of a cliff. But I don't know. I guess we can see what's up with her today. It's almost like she's trying to live a Pinterest life, like trendy. I really don't know. I mean, this is titled "What I Eat When I Have No Time," which I find very hard to believe, as the amount of vegetables she would have to chop to prepare those dishes she showed indicates she does have time.
Hi, I'm starting off this video with a bit of my morning practice as per usual, because what we nourish ourselves with goes beyond just our food, and no matter how much my external reality has shifted for the past 4.5 years, the one thing that has remained stable is my practice and my connection to my breath. And as I've cultivated a stable internal space, it has begun to reflect externally and has just been such a big
This dude, oh man, listen, she's got to be on psych meds or something. I'll translate that for you guys. I've been doing the same thing for the past 4 years because I don't know what I want, and I'm blaming it on everyone around me. Her voice reminds me of the Imperfect Foods advertisement. It's like a depressed girl talking about how you should eat rotten vegetables. It's hilarious. I should do a whole video on that.
Big part of my healing, so I love sharing little bits of my practice. And I've recently been getting into tea in the morning. I'm house sitting for a friend right now, and I was welcomed into this home with a tea ceremony, which I haven't really done. And I was sitting
Tell me, I'm glad to hear that you found friends equally as crazy as yourself.
In the hot sun, drinking cup after cup of really hot tea in complete silence, and it felt like it could have been 1 hour or 5 hours that went by, and just cup after cup of tea. I was served
like you're having a heat
with
stroke.
Sweat beating down my chest, and it was the most wonderful experience. So I've been sitting in silence with tea ever since. Today I'm making some just egg, which is mung bean based. I seasoned it with some garlic powder, which mine always clumps up into little lumps. I don't know if that happens to anyone else.
For those of you guys that missed it, I did a vegan bacon, egg, and cheese video with this product, and I think it was the worst component of the bunch.
But I added salt, pepper, a little bit of cayenne, and I just mixed them up like scrambled eggs. I love just egg. The flavor is so good, and my body agrees with it. It's also soy free, which I really like for, kind of meaty vegan alternatives. But I added this to a wrap with tomato, shredded
Meaty vegan alternatives. No one talks about meat as much as vegans,
carrot, lettuce, and tempeh, and a vegan aioli sauce, which I'll have in the description down below. This is so delicious on the go. I've been eating it pretty frequently, and it's kind of a favorite of mine. And I ate
lady, is a burrito with 7 ingredients like at no time eat on the go meal? To me, that sounds like I have 45 minutes to make breakfast meal.
Mine, and I ate this with a bowl of local coconut granola with some almond milk, and it just really hit the spot.
That's like a no time meal. You just pour the granola and the milk in the bowl and you eat it. Speaking of which, hopefully we have the meat granola back on Frankie's Strange Meat soon, but we'll see.
So yeah, this is my breakfast. I wanted to share really quick, easy, simple vegan meals that you can make. These are things that I like to make when I'm filming all day, and if I were going to a 9 to 5 or leaving the house, these are things that I could easily pack away.
If I were going to a 9 to 5 or leaving the house. Okay. Okay.
And eat with me outside, on the job, and things like that. But I just have a full day of filming, and I don't want to do hours of cleanup, hours of prepping food. So I just wanted to give you another example of easy recipes that you can make. That's so good. That's so good. That's so good. Sometimes I have some friends who are also very into food as a ritual, which has really helped me with my binge eating and all of my disordered eating. But we will not even talk to each other. We will sit in silence and breathe deeply and close our eyes as we feel the textures and flavors of the food.
I mean, there's clearly something wrong in her head. She surrounds herself with people that support this type of behavior, and she's been doing, had the same problem since she started vegan. She talked about her eating disorders years and years and years ago, which are really fueled by nutrient deficiencies. You know, when your body's not getting enough animal-based nutrition, certain minerals, not even being vegan being the issue, just a lot of low-quality foods in the diet, not going organic, not going high quality.
And it's so lovely. I highly recommend finding a friend who you can do that with. This simple smoothie is one of my favorite pick-me-ups as I try to avoid caffeine and processed sugars. So this starts with a base of frozen bananas and almond milk, some chocolate protein powder, flaxseed, and spirulina. Any superfoods that I have usually go into here. If I have vegan collagen or chia seeds, I just throw everything together. This satisfies my sugar craving and also keeps me full for a long period of time, and I really appreciate.
I'm genuinely curious how you have a sugar craving after eating 50 grams of sugar for breakfast. Any of these meals, like they would clonk you out. The amount of sugar you're taking in, I mean, especially like things like spirulina and the other powders that these vegans add are so hard on the liver, that's going to make it even more difficult for the body to deal with the sugar. So unless you're taking in like incredibly high amounts of caffeine, which he probably is, or a more natural alternative like ascorbic acid to counteract that high carbohydrate content, I mean, she's probably sleeping half the day.
Being able to get some vegan protein in as well. I decided to fry up some polenta, which I've never actually had before, but I wanted to make a hummus bowl, and so I also chopped up some broccoli and red peppers and just pretty much any veggies that I had, along with some Mary's multi-grain crackers, and I just ate all of that with hummus. It was really good. I just kind of like to utilize whatever veggies I have and eat them in fun ways, so I just love a good veggie charcuterie hummus situation.
The average person thinks stuff like this is healthy, like a veggie dip, and consuming something like this every day is not good for you. You have so many anti-nutrients, so many agrochemicals, herbicides, pesticides, fungicides on the vegetables. You're better off just having like pita bread with the hummus, and that would actually fill you up more because the vegetables aren't offering you any nutrition. So switch over to the caloric density of like a high quality organic pita bread, whatever, with a hummus that is hopefully not made with vegetable seed oils. And it's clearly not filling her up if she has to have something else afterwards.
And then I also made a kale salad with lemon, olive oil, avocado, garlic, onion powder, salt, pepper, and I added some nutritional yeast and just massaged all of that together. This salad is so good. It's one of my favorite ways to eat kale. As of lately, if you massage everything really good, the kale just becomes really soft and just kind of absorbs the flavors of everything that you put on it. And the avocado is like this creamy binding dressing. So 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Vegans have this obsession with the food being conventionally healthy. They're like the perfect government peons. Whatever they are told is healthy to eat, they only include those foods in their diet. And kale is one of those foods that is so popular and people think it's so good for you. In reality, it's damaging people's liver and thyroid with such a high anti-nutrient content, oxalates, goitrogen, just inhibiting your organ function every single day. And when people do consume kale in like high volume smoothies every morning, that's where they see more severe issues and kind of fall apart pretty quickly. But again, no caloric density, lots of anti-nutrients.
For dinner, I chopped up some tofu, shiitake mushrooms, and also some basil, and threw all of that into a pot of miso soup with some rice noodles. These are like ramen rice noodles, and this is such an easy meal to make. Miso soup is so quick and simple, and then you can just throw in whatever noodles and veggies that you have. I'm so happy right now. I'm slightly delirious. It's only 9 o'clock, but I'm just ready to fall into the deepest slumber. I hope this video gave you some.
This chick is so crazy. I mean, that's not a horrible meal if there was actually steak in there. You know, miso soup, shiitake mushrooms. If you put high quality organic noodles in there with some steak, but that's not exactly what she's doing. And this definitely is not, as we said, a no time day of eating. You know, when I don't have time in the day, I just don't eat. You know, and then sometimes I'll go to sleep and I'll wake up the next day and then I'll have something to eat. So clearly a little bit spoiled.
Tag me on Instagram at Hitomi_Hitomi. Also,
Hitomi, I would love to tag you when I replicate your recipes, but you blocked me on Instagram. And what's weird is you blocked me before I even DM'd you or interacted with you. So I'm inclined to believe there's some, what's the opposite of misogyny? Feminism? Oh wait, that's a good thing.
so let me know if you think my username is really corny. I think that was just something that people would say to me in high school, and so I made that my username.
This vegan social media world is pretty funny. It's like they're in LALA Land having a competition to see who can starve themselves to death for the longest, and that person gets the largest following, makes the most money, and then when they give up on veganism and can't do it anymore, they all disappear. Like, it's not mysterious about, oh, what's going to happen with all of these diet influencers. No, they just disappear because, you know, veganism was their identity. They don't actually know anything about health and nutrition. And, you know, it's very hard for someone when they've heard the same thing for years and years and years. They've been so convinced that a vegan diet is the solution for everything, for health, climate nonsense, all that stuff. And then it all crumbles when they realize that, okay, I can't even follow the diet. So, I don't know. I guess thank you guys for joining me today. So if you could please drop a like on the video, leave a comment down below, subscribe so that YouTube can unsubscribe you next week, and be sure to check that notification bell so they don't notify you of my videos. And not only has Hitomi blocked me on Instagram, she is also copywriting my videos whenever I use her videos. So maybe we'll have to give her a little bit of Italian relationship. What did you call it? What do I call it? Italian hospitality. There we go. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.